In this video, we'll be learning how to play Heathen by Bob Marley. So tune up your guitar and get ready. Now for the intro is played in octaves, and you'll need to be able to pull off from on the high E string from the 15th fret to the 14th fret, and then again from the 14th fret to the 12th fret. It should sound like this if I play it in slow motion. Three times. So you pick once and you pull off for the remainder of the lick. And that's the first octave. The second octave, I play it at the 7th fret, simply because it's easier to transition into chords from that position. So I slide on the second string from the 8th to the 7th fret, and then I play the 3rd string on the 9th fret. Sounds like this. So to put it together, it's played. And those two parts are played in unison, so they are occurring at the same time. Now, the next part of the song is actually not played with guitar in the recording. However, I think it sounds very nice, and if you're a part of a band, it may be necessary for you to play that portion of the song. So the phrase goes like this. So you want to slide in from the 7th to the 9th fret on the 4th string, and then you want to pick the 3rd string at the 7th fret and hammer on to the 9th fret. I'll play it again slowly. Notice that I'm picking also before the hammer on. And then the next part of the phrase goes like this. So what I'm doing at the 10th fret on the 2nd string, I am bending up a full bend, so a whole note bend, and back down. And when I come down, I play the 8th fret, followed by the 3rd string on the 9th fret. So I'll play it again. When you bend, it should sound like the 2nd string on the 12th fret. So if we put the two together, it should sound like this. And that is the entire intro and chorus at the beginning. To be able to play along with the song, you're going to need to know your bar chords as well as the skanking technique. Now, the song is based around 3 chords. It is in the key of E minor, and it starts on the 1 chord, which is E minor. It then goes to the 6, which is C major, and then to B minor, which is the 5. Now, in order to do the fingering for the E minor, you're going to bar across the 5 smallest strings. So from your high E to your A string, You're going to place your second finger on the second string at the 8th fret. You're going to place your third finger on the 4th string on the 9th fret, and you're going to place your 4th finger on the 3rd string also at the 9th fret. It should sound like this. That is your E minor chord. Your C major chord is at the 8th fret. So you're going to bar across the 8th fret, all 6 strings. You're going to place your second finger on the 3rd string on the 9th fret. Place your 3rd finger on the 5th string at the 10th fret. And you're going to place your 4th finger on the 4th string also at the 10th fret. The chord should sound like this. If you keep that shape and you remove your middle finger, only your middle finger, and then you move the shape that you have now down 1 fret, you get your B minor chord. So to recap, we have our E minor with the root on the 5th string at the 7th fret. We have our C major with the root on the 6th string at the 8th fret. And we have our B minor with the root on the 6th string at the 7th fret. Now, to be able to execute the skanking technique, you want to be able to balance your pulsing of the strings. So you're going to be pressing and releasing tension on the strings, and you're going to need to use palm muting. So you want the palm of your hand, when you strike the strings, to come down and automatically rest on the strings. Depending on the guitar, you may or may not be able to move closer to the bridge. So you want to be able to find a comfortable position so that when you strike, you're choking the strings and preventing the chord from ringing out. It should not sound like this. It's ringing out too much if that's what's happening. So you want it to be very tight, like this. Now, the strum, it occurs on the offbeat. So if the song has 4/4 timing, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. What you're going to be strumming on is the and. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So you're strumming on the offbeat, and it's a downstroke. If you want to get creative, you can slide into some of the chords and create slows. So and that is it for the chords. All right, so we've made it to the solo. Now to play the solo starts like this. So what we're gonna do, I bar my 12th fret here with the index finger. You're gonna pluck the E string to the B string, and then you're going to bend the B string at the 15th fret up a whole pitch. Make sure you get the bend up to pitch, and then you release. The second part of the second phrase goes like this. So what you want to do on the B string, you're going to pluck and hammer on with a pull off at the 15th fret. 12th to 15th fret, hammer on and pull off. After the hammer on and pull off, you're going to bend the G string at the 14th fret, and then you're going to hammer on and pull off again. So and then the next phrase is a bend at the 14th fret on the G string. Simple one, just a bend at the 14th fret. And then the last part of the first half of the solo is simply a pull off at the 14th fret on the G string, and then you're going to play the 14th fret on the D string. Sounds like this. So if I put them together, the first half of the solo sounds like this. Now the second half of the solo sounds like this. So the first lick requires a bit of technique and finger strength. You're going to bend at the 15th fret on the B string, followed by a picking on the E string at the 15th fret. Then you're going to move your third finger down to the E string, and you're going to pull off on the E string from the 14th to the 12th fret. Now the last part of that phrase is to pull off again on the B string from the 15th to the 12th fret. So to put that together, sounds like this. So that's played twice. And then that is followed by a bend on the B string at the 15th fret with a release. So if we put those two phrases together, now the next phrase sounds like this. It's a classic rock and blues lick. So what we're doing is we are bending up on the G string at the 14th fret, and then we're going to hammer on the B string from the 12th to the 15th fret and pull off. So we're bending up on the G string, and we're going to quickly hammer on and pull off from the 12th to the 15th fret on the B string. And then we repeat that lick. So that's a lick you might want to get used to in terms of the pace and the speed. It's a common lick used in rock and blues. So that's the second part, and we're soon finished. So after that, we have a bend and then it ends more or less like the end of the fourth phrase. So we're going to bend up again on the G string at the 14th fret, and we're going to pull off to the 12th, and then we're going to play the D string on the 14th. So the bend, and the next part of the phrase, and that's the end of the solo. So if we put all of the pieces together, it should sound like this. And then if you want, you can go back into the original riff at the beginning. And that's it. Now, before I end, I want to say that the learning of the solo is actually just intended to expand your vocabulary as a lead guitarist, expose you to different licks and how different guitarists think. Reggae music is a lot about feel and expression, so I will encourage you as much as possible, once you're comfortable with the song, to exchange some of the licks with some original licks of your own, to try and put your own fingerprint on the song. It is very common for the song to be played in a way that is different from the original recording, and a number of guitarists actually record improvisations on their songs. So it's not necessarily that the solo is written in stone and it has to be played that way all the time. If you listen to a number of Bob Marley recordings and live performances, you'll realize that this song is played different ways every time it's played. However, what is common is that the foundation, the way it starts most of the time, is very similar. So once you familiarize yourself with the expression that is used for the solo, I'll encourage you to use your own licks, put them into use, and try to develop your own sound as a guitarist. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. If it was good, then please hit the like button, please subscribe, tell me what lessons you'd like to see in the future, and share the video as much as possible.